There you go.
So our TED Talk was about the fact that dogs and cats and all other animals have the ability to get mental disorders, even though most people think that they can't.
And that's really adopted him. And about 6 months in, he was a Bernese Mountain Dog, and my ex-husband and I adopted him. And about 6 months in, we realized that he was a mess. He had such paralyzing separation anxiety that we couldn't leave him alone once he jumped out of our third floor apartment. He ate fabric, he ate things, recyclables. He hunted flies that didn't exist. He suffered from hallucinations. He was diagnosed with a canine compulsive disorder, and that's really just the tip of the iceberg. But like with humans, that's all.
This is about how animals and humans both have like disorders, and you have to show awareness in the community because it could solve a lot of things for humans and animals.
So mental disorders and basically everyone is about past experiences. Like for example, in the video later on, it talks about how a cat was left in its home with its grandpa or whatever, and he was vacuuming, and then the guy died, and so the vacuum kept running for an entire week while the cat was in there, and so the cat quickly got separation anxiety. He got like basically PTSD. Like anytime any loud noises, he like freaked out. And so like I think similar mental disorders have like similar triggers. So if we can figure out the triggers for some of them, then we can figure out the triggers for like most of them and help people.
All right, this picture is about how everybody's different. The way it affects people is different. And so even though animals and cats and dogs and humans may have like the same disorder, that doesn't mean that it affects them the same. And so if we figure out like the underlying problem of like how it affects each like species and each specific animal, then you can figure out what the disorder as a whole and how like the emotional ties to each disorder in the species.
People just don't realize that animals they do have some of these disorders, and if you think your animal might have one of these disorders, the case is you're probably right. People just don't realize it. Yeah.